We'll give it a minute for everybody to jump on. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Susan. Hi, Georgiana. Hi, Suzette. Hello, 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 everybody. While we are waiting for everybody to jump on, I am going to just cut some paper down. Hi, Desiree. Hi, Chow. Hi, Cindy. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Hi, Bernie. Hi, Michelle. Michelle, it's summer in Australia, right? Can you send us some of that warm air? Because it is cold here. Woo! Hi, Dee Dee. Hey, Cheryl. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Stephanie. Hey, Karen. Stephanie, I showed your beautiful card yesterday. You may say hi. Go ahead.
Hello. I'm about to eat a cupcake.
Uh-oh, she's eating one of Ryan's delicious cupcakes. Let me show them that. So Ryan brought us some treats this weekend, and this is Oreo cupcake. Doesn't that look delicious? And it is.
It's so good. Hey, I saw that. I saw that.
That buttercream frosting. To die for.
I love my chocolate.
All right, so this is my little hack for slimline cards. You can make a slimline card out of one sheet of paper. Did I make this? No, I need to make this a 1/4 inch smaller. So, cut that right there. So I'll show this to you guys while we're waiting for everybody to log on. This is just a piece of Nina Solar white. Perfect. Okay. So what you do, and I have my Stampin' Up! Trimmer, which I'm getting better at using, you guys. It's not the Guillotine Tim Holtz, but it'll do. Hi, Margaret. I know, I heard the Midwest chapter is getting together tomorrow. Stephanie, are you part of that? I think it's Stephanie, Jan, Bill, Noel. I don't know who else, but you guys have a lovely time. Hi, Millie. We're excited for you guys. Make sure you take pictures and behave. Wear your masks and stay safe. Yes. All right, so if I take a regular sheet, I'm going to take a sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper, okay? So regular sheet of, this is Nina Solar White Classic Crest. So if I take a regular sheet of 8.5 by 11 and I cut the first panel at 3 1/4, okay? 3 1/4. I'm going to cut that, okay? I'm going to put that aside for a second. And then what's left, I'm going to score at 3 1/2. Okay, so I have my second blade on my Stampin' Up! Trimmer. That is kind of handy. So now I'm going to score that at 3 1/2. I will then fold it, okay? And then there's a little bit of extra there. It's about 1/2 inch. It's an inch. Okay, so we're going to take that inch and we're just going to slice that off. We don't need that. Okay, so now we have our slimline card folded. Okay, and then off of this long end, we're just going to take a little smidgen off, just 1/4 of an inch. So, I think that's 1/4 right there. Okay, and now I have an 8 1/4 by 3 1/4 stamping panel on an 8 1/2 by 3 1/2 card, all using 1 sheet of paper. So I'm not wasting any paper. So that's my little cheat for slimline cards. Hi, Elizabeth. All right. So I'm going to give you guys some news in case you have not figured it out. First of all, as I said yesterday, I was waiting for the post office. I did get some packages in the mail yesterday. One of them is the one we're going to play with tonight, which is the Local King rubber stamps. I am still waiting for my scrapbook.com, my Catherine Pooler, and Simon says he sent me a package. So I'm just waiting for those packages to show up. I'm super excited to show you guys all of those. And then, I am now part of a design team. I don't know if I'm allowed to announce this or not yet, but I'm going to be part of the video design team. I can't speak. I'm so excited. I'm tripping over my own words. The video design team for Lavinia World. Okay, Lavinia World. So if you guys liked the stamps that the Stamp Wars Littles used, Indra, the moth. She's not a butterfly, she's a moth. Check out Lavinia World, and they have brand new brand new dies. The dies are not sold by Lavinia, but they are authorized by Lavinia. So of course, you know, I ordered the dies for Jalandar and for Sebastian the Seahorse, because you guys know those are my 2 favorite guys. So I'm waiting for those dies to come in so we can try them. And I ordered some new stamps. So starting in January, you guys will see 2 cards a month from me, 2 videos a month minimum for Lavinia World. So if you guys are interested, go check them out, Lavinia World. There's no affiliate link or anything, so you can head on over there at any time. Lavinia World, please, let's sponsor them. I'm hoping if I can get in good with them, maybe I can talk them into sponsoring a future Stamp Wars. So, you know, when you guys go over there, just put in your comments, Nancy sent us. Maybe we'll get some brownie points from them, all right? All right. So, yes, we do have a discount code for Local King rubber stamps. It is only for a short period of time. If one of my admins could link that. The website is localkingrubberstamp.com, not Local King Rubber Stamps. So localkingrubberstamp.com. You can go to that website. Let me show you what we're going to play with today, and I'll show you how easy it was to make these. We're not going to make this one, but I wanted to show you how cool it was. So can you guys see the embossing? So I took plain white paper, and I took my 3 colors of green ink from VersaFine Claire. By the way, Lavinia World also does carry these inks. So I took these 3 colors of green ink, and I ink blended them on here. And then I went in with some green embossing powder and embossed the leaf design over it. And then I did a thanks Altenew die cut, and then just did the eclipse method, pop that up on there. So really cool. I sure can, Elizabeth. I sure can. So that one's really cool. That's not the one we're going to make today. We're going to make some easier ones. All right. So we'll make 3 of them. We'll make this one, and then the other one. So you guys, look how 3D this looks. I swear to you, I didn't do anything special to this one. This one's probably going to be my favorite. Seriously. So really cool. And then this one is the underwater one. So we're gonna play with these. And then I didn't do this one, but we'll play with this one as well. So let's start with the leaf. And I gotta say, shout out to my girl Tracy, because Tracy was doing her video yesterday with pan pastels. So that's what I used here. It was really, really simple. So we're gonna take our cardstock. So we've already made our slimline cut here, right? And we can either stamp first or color first. I like to color first because then the color stays truer when you stamp over it. And I'm trying to be very good and read my comments today. Okay. So we do have a discount code. It is good until the 14th with Local King rubber stamps. I have extras of these that I will be giving away as a gift. These 4 I am giving away one to each person. If you enter our challenge on the Foiling Snobs Club, I will give you until next Sunday to enter some kind of Local King rubber stamps card, okay? And Lisa, the owner of Local King rubber stamps, I don't know if she's on here tonight, but Lisa is now part of our group at FSC. Yay! So, you know, Lisa wants to see all of the things that you guys are making as well. So get out your Local King rubber stamps. It doesn't matter what they are. Make a card. Put them in the group, in the FSC group, Facebook group. And then I'm going to pull out some winners next week. And somebody's going to win one of each of these 4 stamps. So do that. Hi, Arlene. Long time no see, honey. Okay. So, yes. And we have a I think it's a 25% discount code. I think it's 25%. I think the code is LK. NSYT25. I think that's the code, right, Chow? Do I have it right? Yes. LKNSYT25. Think Local King, Nancy Stamps, YouTube 25. All in lowercase. Okay, so let's start with this one. All right, so we're going to start with some simple sponges, pan pastels. If you guys don't have any pan pastels, you can get these a number of different places. The 2 trays I would recommend starting out with if you are just beginning is Blue Night Rubber Stamp. Blue Night Rubber Stamps has a day and night palette, which is this one, which is your greens and your blues and purples. And then they have a sunrise sunset palette, which is your warmer tones, which can be red, orange, yellows, and magenta. Each one has a white, one pan has a black, and you also want to pick up a blender, okay? But they come with the trays. They come with, I think, 7 colors each, and you get a small variety of blending sponges. And you can use makeup sponges. These are specially designed tools, and as Tracy said on her demo yesterday, these are high quality artist pigments. You think they look like a chalk, but they're finely milled, highly pigmented pigments. So you don't have to worry about getting all inky. You don't have to worry about, there's very little dust. I'm just going to put scrap paper under here so you guys can see. And it's very easy to wash your hands and clean up your tools when you're done. And the only thing you need to clean your sponges is a little bit of paper towel, and that's it. And if you make a mistake, you just erase it. All right, so I'm just going to grab, I have a couple of different greens here, and I have a couple of extra palettes of different colors, but you can grab some from Spellbinders, and you can grab them from Blick. Spellbinders has them under Fun Stamper's Journey, which is on the Spellbinders website. I do have a link for them, and I also have a link for Blick if you guys want to check those out. If there's any, you know, open stock single colors you want to get, you can certainly do that. This one... This is all I literally do, you guys, is just lay down color. Yesterday, somebody asked the question, what kind of paper is a good paper to use for pan pastels? Honestly, any paper, because this is such a finely milled pigment. It just goes down and it lays down on anything. And if you don't like the way that it looks, it's not like an ink. You can layer on top of it. You can erase it. Here you can see my fingerprints. You're not going to see those when we go to stamp over it. So I just go down, mix my greens up, because we all know in nature it's very organic. This makes me feel like a real artist when I get really messy like this, you guys. And you can see that's literally all I do, is just lay some of that color down. I probably should take a piece of paper and hold that over like that so my fingerprints don't get in there. But again, a lot of that's not going to show up once you, once we stamp over it. It's not going to matter. Okay. All right, so that was the hard part. Now the easy part. I'm going to bring out my Tim Holtz stamping platform just because of the size of it. It's a little larger. So it makes it easier to stamp the bigger stamps. Hi, Kay. Kay ordered a mink today. Okay. So again, use your larger stamping platform if you have one. It just makes it easier. I have a little piece of sticky grid down on mine just to hold it in place. Although I think it might be time to replace the sticky grid. There we go. These are red rubber cling stamps. They are made in Canada. You know what, Kay? I'm going to send you some foils. Merry Christmas. I have so many giveaways I need to do for you guys. I'm going to pick out a winner for the Indra stamp. I'm going to pick out 4 winners for local King rubber stamps. I have some Christmas goodies I want to send to you guys. So you never know. A package might just show up in the mail. All right, this is a little shorter, but that's okay. We can cut it down. Just about good, okay? And then I have my stamping platform on the rubber side. Okay, and then I used the darkest green ink from VersaFine. You can use any kind of ink you have. I think it was this one. Shady Lane. Of course, gotta have my little blue night rubber stamps handle. Where's my handle? It's on my other ink pad. Ta-da, that way I don't drop it. Oh, Jennifer got the foil press. Jennifer, do you have the Gemini Junior or do you have the full-size Gemini? Oh, great. You're going to love it, Jennifer. Just go back and watch all my videos on there. I have it on the desk because I was playing with it yesterday. So you guys know how I made those backgrounds on the gel press and I said I was going to hot foil them? Yeah, it doesn't work. So I'm going to have to figure out another way. I think I'm just going to have to stamp my sentiments on there. All right, so we're going to give this a little rub, press. Sometimes I got to do a little CPR on here. How was everybody's day today? I went work, had a meeting with my boss, met a new employee who just started on our team. He sounds pretty cool. Uh-oh, don't want that to happen. Okay, so Millie, darling, you didn't have to do that. All right, see how my stamp lifted? I don't want to push it back down. I'm just going to leave it on there, and I'm going to put a piece of scrap paper down and just press down from this side. Because I don't want to lift that and move it. Hopefully it didn't move too much. Otherwise, it's going to look pretty freaking distressed. Hi, Ryan. Leah is enjoying one of your cupcakes. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see it? Hi, Michelle. Look, you guys. Just some pan pastels and green ink. That's it. And then we'll spray it, and then I'll cut the little edges off. But that's it. That's how simple this is. It's that easy. I know that we all love the texture that Ryan puts in his cards. Girl, I don't got that kind of time. I do my card making fast, okay? Ryan does all kinds of like layers and inking and distressing and what do you call that? The embossing folders. No. Nancy's like, I'm in, I'm out. That's my life. It's got to be quick and easier. I'm not interested. And then we'll spray these later once we're done. So let me move this one out of the way. This one was called Leaf Veins. Again, okay, the link is rubber stamp, Local King rubber stamp, and we have 25% off. Use the discount code. I don't want to see you guys pay full price if you don't have to. I always try to get you guys a little bit of help. Okay, I'm going to move that one out of the way. LK, all lowercase, LK for Local King, NS for Nancy Stamps, YT for YouTube, 25. LK, NS, YT, 25. Look at Chow. Can we give it up for Chow? Yay! She's amazing. Okay, let's do this one. I have not played with this one yet. This one is called Spread. I don't know. I'm just really interested in this one. It just appeals to me. I think it's the very organic nature of it. Michelle, look at my nails, girl. Steelers. Hi, Irene. We have so many new people. If you are new, welcome. You're going to love it here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell because this is a fun-loving group of crafters. We don't care if you are brand new, if your style is grungy, if your style is cutesy and whimsical, if your style is classic. We love everybody. Okay, let's try sticking this in the corner so it doesn't move. I think I need to replace my sticky grid though. This one, yeah, this one kind of reminds me of like tree, like roots, or like you said, like the nerves inside of the body. In fact, I wanted to do this one like synapses. Is that what they call it? Synapses, when your nerves are going off in your body. Yeah, my paper's moving around. Stay. I think I want to do this one in like a purple, a blue and a purple background because I like the red-orange background here, but for me, I'm thinking purple, blue and purple for some reason. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to grab our mint tape. If you guys don't have mint tape, I don't know if scrapbook.com has this back in stock. This is like Post-it tape, if you guys have Post-it tape, but it's half the cost. Post-it tape was like, I don't know, almost $10. It was like $8 or $10 for a roll of Post-it tape. This is almost the same thing, but this is called mint tape, and this is from scrapbook.com. And when you're doing any kind of blending or anything, it's nice just to put this on your fingers so that you're not touching everything and getting it all inky, or the oils from your fingers don't get on there, which is what happened on my last panel. It's not ugly, it's just a pain in the butt. All right, let me grab some of this. Yeah, I like the mint tape. Of course, Arlene, I will put the links on if you don't want to shop right now. You want to stay and hang out. I appreciate that. All right, so this is my blue and purple sponge here. So I'm going to start with some turquoise. There's a little line there from my, what do you call that? My tape. My sticky grid. I should have did my blending off of the grid, but that's okay. These are the things you guys don't see me do on videos because they really are that quick and easy that I don't feel like it needs to be on video. But I guess sometimes I should show you guys how to do some of these because they are really easy. You just hold it down. Again, this is turquoise in the middle. All right, so here we have a smudgy smudge. You just take an eraser and erase it. And that's gone. Then I can just go back over it. See? All gone. All right, I'm going to go in with some darker blue, which I think this is phthalo blue. I'm just going to bring that in on the edges here. And again, just smudge it in. Really easy for quick blending. Listen, I love my Distress Oxides for blending. I think they blend great. They work really good if you have Bristol paper. Bristol paper is not exactly inexpensive. It is a little bit pricey for that paper, but it's worth it to get that smooth blending. Well, if you get Pan Pastels, this makes your blending even smoother. It literally works on any paper. If you use like watercolor paper, you're going to have more of a textured effect. The smoother your paper is, the smoother the effect. And like I said, if you mess up, just erase it. Pan pastels are the easiest medium to use. I will definitely say that. And professional artists use this. If you don't think it's dark enough, go in and add more color. If you think it's too dark, take the eraser and take some of that color out. All right, and then I'm going to go in, I think this is ultramarine blue, and just, it's really dark, so I'm just going to do the edges with the ultramarine, just so your eye is brought into the middle. So I've used 3 different color blues here. And using that mint tape on my fingers, I'm not getting the oils of my fingers onto the paper, so they're not transferring over onto my paper there. Okay, that's good. Let's move it into the stamp positioner. I do want to wipe my desk. Hi, Melanie. So, Melanie, you guys are in lockdown? Chow told us California's in lockdown. California, do 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 do. California. Can't help it. I always got to go to that Tupac song, y'all. All right. I got the tonneau cover put on my truck today. You guys, I was all excited. You guys know I got this new truck, and a couple things they had to do were tint my windows and put my tonneau cover on. And I got there, and I was a little early because I was able to free up my schedule a little bit. So I get there, and I'm all excited. They're going to put the tonneau cover. I have the kids. The kids are doing schoolwork while we're there, and they put the wrong tonneau cover on. They put a soft tonneau cover. For you guys that don't know, the truck has an open bed, and so the tonneau cover is the cover that covers up the bed. So like last weekend when I went away, I didn't like the fact that my bed was open because like we had our luggage and stuff back there. So the tonneau cover, a soft one is exactly what it sounds like. It's soft vinyl, and then the hard one is hard, and it protects everything. Okay, so that's what I wanted. So I leave and I call the dealership because it was installed somewhere else, and I was like, you guys, they put the wrong one on. So he goes, oh, I have your cover here. You have to come over here and get it. So I had to go 3 miles down the street, pick it up, go back, and they put it on, and it's cool. It locks down. I don't have to worry about anybody stealing my fishing gear or my luggage. So now I don't know. I hope we don't go into lockdown again. I'm kind of looking for some adventures here. I mean, obviously safety is my first priority, but don't put it past me not to drive cross state, okay? Who knows? I might just go like visit Catherine Pooler's store or something. You never know. All right. I have inked this up now with Medieval Blue, which is like a dark blue, almost purple. Ooh, Candace says come to Florida, girl. Looking for adventure. Head out on the highway. Sherry's husband arrived in Singapore yesterday. Oh my God, they put a tracking device and an app on him so they can make sure he's not moving? That's kind of genius, actually. All right, now hopefully this didn't lift. No. Oh, this is really cool looking, you guys. You know what I want to add to this? Hold on. We got to take this up a notch. You guys know me. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so for those of you that did not know, VersaFine inks are pigmented inks. So they sit on top and they stay a little bit wet for a second or two while, not like dye inks that dry pretty instantly. Hold on a minute. So this is still pretty sticky. Let's bring in the Arteza micas. This one is called Chameleon Blue. Now this is only going to stick. Oh my gosh. It is not going to stick to the pan pastels, but it is going to stick to that ink. I'm such a dork. I get so excited by the littlest things, you guys. I'm very easily entertained. Wait till I pick this up and you guys see how cool this looks. I know many of you took advantage. That Arteza sale is still going on. So you can get the micas for under $40. They're normally 60 some dollars for the micas. And since I have to spray this anyway, because of the pan pastels, now I can spray it and lock in the micas. Wait till you guys see how cool this is. Yeah, it's not a lot. I'm just basically putting the tip in. Just the tip. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, are you guys ready? I hope the camera picks it up. There it is. Can you see that it turns to a blue on the stamped areas? Okay. I thought Bernie would say something. Bernie's usually the one that's on that track. Hi, Christine. Neighbor Christine. Can you guys see that? So by having that little bit of light blue, and then I did the darker blue on the outside. I don't know. To me, it does look like body parts, but it could be tree roots. It could be. I'm looking forward to getting my Lavinia stamps and using some of these backgrounds with them. Because I just think that, to me, it just looks very, I don't know, so many different ways you could look at this. There she is. There's Bernie. All right, so we did the leaf. We did that one. Let's keep moving here. Let me clean my stamp real quick. A lung? Yeah, Melanie. How about I make a card that says, "You take my breath away"? Okay. Let's take this one off the block. Just needs a plague doctor. All right. And let's do this one. Could be laying under the tree looking at the stars. Yes. I mean, I only did one little thing you could do with it. You could do so many different things with it. Okay, so this one is the underwater scene. Coral Reef. To me, I can see fairies flying in here. Like, it looks like flowers to me. It doesn't just look like a coral reef. But, you know, we have Sebastian. So, of course, we can stamp Sebastian on here and make it look really good. Oh, maybe we'll do that with the other one. So, Coral Reef just really, again, spoke to me. I kept going back and looking at it. I'm like, do I want it? Do I need it? And then at the end of the day, of course, I had to have it. All right, I need to cut more paper. I didn't cut down enough panels. I was showing you guys my slimline. I do have fairies on the brain. I know. Well, fishing season's over, you guys, so what else am I supposed to do with my time? Find a man? Okay, here we go. I'm just going to cut these down so they are wide enough. 3 1/4. Although I got a beautiful package today from Blue Knight Rubber Stamps, you guys. And there's some new release stamps in there for January. So, just to let you know. Okay, so these are 3 1/4. Nina Solar White. Oh, I think I threw my tape in the trash. I lost my tape. I don't know what I did with it. Moving on. Turning into Tracy, losing my stuff. Michelle, I'm coming to Australia. That's my invite. I'm on the next plane. I miss traveling. Obviously, that didn't happen this year, so I do miss it. So on this one, I just took a lot of basic colors and I just did the background. Yes, Blue Knight Rubber Stamps is having a sale right now as well. And I'm just going to kind of take some of those same colors, some turquoise, some purple, a little bit of green. Then some yellow, orange, and I'm using way too much color, but I'm just kind of doing this in a hurry. That's magenta there. I think I will put some more of that down here. And some more yellow. Okay, so way more color than I need, but you can see how nicely they mix, they blend. You can take a sponge and just go over the whole thing and blend them out. I'm going to leave them like that. Again, bring my stamp positioner in. I lost it. My squeaky chair. Santa Claus needs to bring me a new chair for Christmas. I just need to break down and get one. Let's deal with this. When that runs out of stick, we add a new piece. I started to get the big sheets now, so I can just cut them in half. Yeah, so you can get a variety of the sponges. When you get the starter kit from Blue Knight Rubber Stamps, it comes with, like I said, 7 colors. It comes with the storage tray. It comes with a variety of the sponges and tools. So it really is a true starter kit, so you can see what you like. And then if you go to Blick, you can get individual colors, and you can also get extra sponges from Blick. And Spellbinders has some of the other colors, like they have different palettes, like they have a Nature's palette, which is much darker colors, tones, and they have pastel tones. So there are different kits depending on where you go and which one's having a sale. But the soft tools, you can get those from Blick as well. And I believe that Blue Knight Rubber Stamps has, they have individual colors. They just added some new individual colors and some separate soft tools, like some smaller soft tools as well. Oops, can't do that, Nance. Can't hang it off the edge there. There we go. Make sure your magnets are out of the way. Sometimes that happens. And I'll show you what the packaging looks like. I just got one today from Blue Knight Rubber Stamps. So here's the name of it, SOFFT, Artist Sponge, and they come in different shapes. They come in different sizes. Like this one's like a flat makeup one, but they have more latex feel to them than a regular makeup sponge. So this one's like a sliced oval. This one's like a sliced rectangle. This one's a flat, I forget what this one's called. And you can use makeup sponges, makeup brushes as well. These are called angled slices. This one's called a, I think this one's a round or a big oval. And then we have these tiny little ones that are called sponge bars. So we have a triangle sponge bar. We have a rounded oval sponge bar. We have square. So there's a whole bunch of different ones. And then there's ones that have handles on them too. So there's a whole bunch of different ones. And you can see I try to keep mine in the same color family. I don't really wash them or clean them. I just try to keep them in the same color family. All right, now I'm going to go to my favorite black ink. So that would be, of course, VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. And we're going to probably ink and stamp this a few times. No, we're not. I want that dark navy blue. Hold on. Hold, please. I want this one, Twilight. Every time I say that, I think of My Little Pony, because Leah watches My Little Pony, and there's a pony on there named Twilight. Twilight! Does anyone know what to use in ink daubers if they have gotten thick? Mary, I would just use soap and water. Warm soap and water, but a trick to cleaning off your rollers, your paintbrushes, things like that is Murphy's Wood Soap. Murphy's Wood Oil Soap. I learned that from Julie Faye Fan Balzer. You soak a little bit of that Murphy's Wood Oil Soap with your tools. You dilute it down with a little bit of water. Put it in a jar, and it cleans that paint, just comes right off. It's not a harsh chemical like turpentine or paint remover or paint thinner. It's Murphy's Wood Oil Soap. Use that. That stuff is great. All right, so this is going to take a couple of inkings and stampings here because it's a nice solid stamp. It's got a lot of little details in it. I just missed the whole middle here. Another reason why you want to use a stamp positioner, because you want to make sure you have full coverage. Shannon, you can use anything to clean your stamps. Any kind of dye ink, hybrid ink. I dilute Hero Arts Ultra Clean. I put it in a spray bottle, and I actually reuse. This is an old squeaky clean bottle, but it didn't have this lid on there. I put this came off of a hair detangler spray from Leah's hair, put it on this bottle, and this is Ultra Clean. Ultra Clean has a blue tinge to it, and I dilute mine with a little bit of water. So it's Hero Arts Ultra Clean. And it has, not only does it have soap to clean your stamps, but it has a little bit of conditioner in there, almost like a glycerin, to keep your stamps conditioned so they don't crack, so they stay moistened. I hope that answers you guys' questions. You guys have great questions tonight. Oh, that just lifted. I saw it lift. I hope it didn't. I think maybe just the end lifted. Actually, I think I got very good coverage there, so I'm not going to restamp it. That looks good. Oh, no, I missed a spot right there. CPR. Okay. There we go. Okay, look at those bright colors come through. Carefully pull that off. And we want to give that a second to dry. If you want to add your micas, now would be the time to add the micas. I'm not going to add them on this one. We want to let these dry because those VersaFine inks, like I said, they tend to stay a little wet. I'll put my little sticky back on there to protect that. Clean my stamp off. Aline says she uses hairspray to kill spiders. Okay, somebody remind me to go on Amazon later and look for a new chair. Okay, so now that those are done, let's heat set them a little bit. Don't forget, if you guys are going to go over to Blue Night Rubber Stamps and get your pan pastels, you need to pick up two other things. You need to pick up a colorless blender. The colorless blender will help smooth everything together, and you need to get your universal handle, okay? And get a couple extra of those little magnetic plates. A couple of these guys, because it only comes with one. But I think Elizabeth's here. Elizabeth, how has it been going now that you have a new handle? What is the sticky stuff? Which sticky stuff? So I was using two sticky stuffs. This is sticky grid sheets, which I put on the bottom of my stamping platforms. That holds my paper in place. I cut that in half. You can pick these up at scrapbook.com. It's sold by Sizzix. Okay. So I used that, and then what I had on my fingers, this is just basically Post-it tape. It's called Mint Tape from scrapbook.com. So both of these you can get from scrapbook.com. Make sure you get the one that says sticky grid sheets. Do not get the permanent adhesive. The permanent adhesive is for the back of your die cuts, and it will not come off. So you want to get the sticky grid sheets, the one that's mint green, Mint Tape, okay? Because they do sell other sticky sheets that are permanent, and they are for the back of your die cuts so that you can stick your die cuts down. Yep. Sticky grid sheets, and this is 5 sheets. The size is, what is the size? 6 by 8, 6 by 8.5. And I cut them in half, and I use them in my Misty, and I use them in my Tim Holtz stamp platform. Some people don't have a Hobby Lobby, Bernie. And my Hobby Lobby never has anything good. All right, I'm going to real quick hit these with the heat tool because we did use Versamark, and then I'll show you how I set them. So somewhere, ooh, you know what would look good on here? I have those Dragonfly. Stampin' Up's coming out with a new Dragonfly and dies. I don't have the new ones yet, but you can be sure they're on my new list. That's going to look cool on here. Sebastian's going to look cool on here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. Sebastian or Jalandar will look cool on here. I don't know what I'm going to do on this one yet. Okay, hold on a second. I think I'll set these first. So let me show you how I set them. So I have a little spray box here, and it's important to spray and set your pan pastels because, again, it's an artist quality pigment, basically like a chalk, and you don't want that to move. So I just take a quick spritz, and you do want to do this outside of this Krylons, which is basically clear spray paint. So we're going to spray these and set these behind me to dry. They dry fairly quickly. Okay, let me move these out of the way. All right, these are the ones I did yesterday, and these have already been sprayed. So we can start playing with these. But I think I'm going to use, I have the older Dragonfly. I think the older Dragonfly would look good on this one. And like I said, Sebastian or Jalandar on this one. So here we have Jalandar. And they could be, you don't even have to make them slimline cards. You can make them into bookmarks and just laminate them. I think Jalandar, because he's nice and long. He's long and thin. Nancy, I have a question. Yes, Kathy, I used pan pastels on that one. See, I think I'm going to put him on there. So Distress Oxide inks, first of all, I would recommend using Bristol paper on Distress Oxides because it's smoother. The ink stays on top a little bit, so it blends a lot better. And then because it's a hybrid ink, you just want to give it a minute to dry. If you're going to heat emboss on it, you want to take the heat tool to it because that ink, some of it sits on top and some of it soaks into the paper. So you can set it to dry, leave it alone to dry, or heat set it to dry if you're going to be doing any kind of heat embossing on it. But I would definitely recommend Bristol paper if you're going to be using the Distress Oxides. But to prevent the smudging, yeah, you kind of need to just have a little piece of tape or paper around to keep your fingers from getting into it, getting inky. If you guys have not watched, there was a video put up by Jessica Frost Ballas. Definitely recommend you guys go over and check her out and support her channel. She does amazing videos on Instagram, and she has her YouTube. But she just did a video on how to get the best out of your blending. And she gives tips on what kind of tools to use. She gives tips on what kind of paper to use, how to blend the ink. It's a very good video, worth the watch. Jessica Frost Ballas. Okay, so I'm going to stamp Jalandar on here and heat emboss him. I need to move this over because this is a clear stamp, so we just flip the lid. Okay, and I'm going to take my anti-static tool. Now we need to decide what color we want to do. So this one I did last night, and I sprayed this with the setting spray last night. So if I stamp over it, I can stamp on over it with like a StazOn or archival ink. But because I want to do some heat embossing, I think my thing is clogged. There we go. Because I want to do heat embossing, it needs to be a color that's going to stand out, so a bright opaque color would look good on here. I mean, even white would look good, but I don't want to go with white. Let me see what I have here. Okay, so we want that to be nice and powdered. So this anti-statics tool will keep my oily fingerprints off of there and just try to make sure the embossing powder sticks to the stamped image. Oh, that's a great idea, Stephanie. Usually your stencils quick dry or water reactive. Shannon, again, just depends on what you're comfortable with. Either one of those inks will work well. Generally, hybrid inks layer better. So either the VersaFine Clair or Pigment ink or the Distress Oxides, they tend to layer better. Depends on the company. But I've used both types of inks. I use kitchen sink stamps, which are layered, and I use Altenew and any kind of inks, Hero Arts ink. So it just depends on how you're doing it. Yep. Pink pearl, any metallic color like gold, silver, copper. Pink pearl. So now I do kind of like Stephanie's idea with the vellum. Maybe I'll do that on the second one, and on this one we'll just do a pink pearl. I do have a pink pearl. Let me see. Okay, I think I found a good one. So here were my choices. I have Cactus Flower from Wendy Vecchi, but this dries pretty opaque, okay? Then I thought about this dragon fruit, but this dragon fruit is very translucent. It says Cosmic Translucent. And then I found this one, which is called Flashy Flamingo. This is from Sparkle and Sprinkle, and this is opaque with glitter. I think this is our winner. So we are going to stamp with Versamark, which is our embossing ink. Suzette, you can do one piece of paper and cut your panel and your slimline card without wasting. I'm going to ink and stamp that again just to make sure that I have good coverage everywhere. I think Leah and I are going to do all of the Christmas decorations tomorrow. I have to move my boat. Got some house cleaning up to do, so need some more Christmas shopping to do. It's a nice Mommy and Leah weekend. Xavier was here. He went back to his dad's house. I think Dad got a new PlayStation at his house, so of course, what teenage boy can resist that? All right, here we go. So, and this might be too opaque, but I really want it to stand out. The background is beautiful, and I think translucent or an iridescent would be nice, but I think it would kind of hide in the background then. So we'll see. Let me move this over. This has a little bit of glitter in it. I got it all. Did someone ask a question and I missed it? I'm trying to be good on reading my comments today, you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to take my little pokey tool and hold that down. Actually, no, I'm going to tap that off a little bit. Make sure all of the excess. I did pretty good. I don't think there's too much excess hanging. So I'm going to take my pokey tool and hold it. And since this is a glass mat, I can bring my heat tool right over to it. Let me just move all the extra stuff off the sides here. I'm going to let it heat up a second before we bring it. That looks really cool, you guys. Okay, now up in the center here, I know that's supposed to be translucent. So I've already colored, it's already been coated. So the only way I'd be able to color that is to take some pigment color and cover that up. So I think color pencils would be my best. Oh, I have actually the chalk pencils, but I think color pencils would be my best bet. Oh my gosh, here. Let's see if this shows up in here. Nope. Okay. I was afraid of that. All right. Because I already sprayed it, I need something else. Hold on. Okay, these are chalk pencils. They are coloring in, but because it's over black, it's hard to see. All right. I'm going to have to figure that out because I would like to color that in. Maybe paint markers. Gel pens, that's a great idea. Hold on. Ooh, paint markers work. These are Jane Davenport paint markers. There we go. That sets it off a little bit. That looks pretty cool. And then I can cut it down a little bit. Let's see this one here. Stephanie, you guys have fun tomorrow. You know what? I should cut this down before I put these on. Let me cut the edges down so that it's ready to go on a card. I have a little bit of a border. I'll probably put like a colored piece of paper in the background and layer it up. Okay, and then I have some clear sequins. I do have bubbles somewhere, but we'll just do the clear sequins. And this glue will dry clear. There we go. So I know I used a variety of things, but don't ever feel like because you're buying products from a certain company that you are obligated to stay within that company. You spent the money on the supplies. You can use them any way you want. Now, obviously, if you're on a design team, you know, you have to use what that company tells you to use. But for products you've spent your money on that you've purchased, you mix and match it any way you want. And then I think I will put some kind of colored card behind here and then attach it. And that'll be our little slimline underwater scene using Blue Night rubber stamps, which you guys can get 25% off right now. This is the Coral Reef background. Oops, just stuck my finger in there. Coral Reef background. And then Jalandar, you guys can pick him up at Lavinia World. I don't have an affiliate code or discount for them, but he's so pretty. He's worth it. And then I used pan pastels. I used inks. I used paint markers. I used embossing powder. So mix and match what you guys have. Don't ever feel like because a certain person does it a certain way, you have to do it the same way. If you don't have pan pastels, use distress inks. If you don't have distress inks, use distress oxides. If you don't have either one of those, use regular inks. Use, you know, if you have blending sponges, if you have the Tim Holtz blending. I will say that the scrapbook.com domed applicators make it a lot easier when blending. Again, try to blend on Bristol Smooth if you don't have Bristol Smooth. On this, it's really not going to matter because you're going to stamp right over it, so you're not going to see the blending lines anyway. So that's what makes it fun, is when you have a beautiful stamp like this, it covers up any fingerprints, any imperfections in the background. It's going to cover up any imperfections even in stamping it. There's no code for Blue Knight rubber stamps. You just go over to their website. They have their discounted sale. The code is for Local King rubber stamps. Yeah. Oh, did I do what Tracy did yesterday? Local King rubber stamps is the background. Blue Knight rubber stamps are the pan pastels. I'm sorry. That's what Tracy did yesterday too, and I corrected her. No, Bernie, they do not. So this is the background stamp. Coral Reef from Local King rubber stamps, 25% off. Okay. And then the pan pastels came from Blue Knight rubber stamps. And then Jalandar, he came from Lavinia stamps. You can pick him up at Lavinia World. So you can see he's a pretty hefty size stamp. Okay. All right. So, do we want to keep going with the, see if we can put the Dragonfly on the other one? So this one I'm going to put aside. I like the way this looks. I'm going to let this dry. And like I said, I want to put some kind of colored panel behind there to make that pop. All right, so here's the other one I made yesterday. Again, it's already been coated, but I think on this one we can die cut. I think a Dragonfly would look cool on here. The Dragonfly set I'm going to show you is, I believe, retired, but there is a brand new Dragonfly set coming out from Stampin' Up. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love to be your Stampin' Up demonstrator. It will be out. Here is the old one. I don't have the new one yet, but it is very pretty. So on this, oh, this is going to be the perfect size. Look. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, Nance. Don't be jumping the guns there, girlfriend. Put that away. I am so sorry. Hold up. Shame on me. Save your 25% because Local King has one. This one's more realistic looking. And there's a die. I'm a moron. Forgive me all. Look at that, looks way more realistic. Yes, let's use that. Okay, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold please. We gotta make this special. Tracy and I got some fancy special paper in the mail today. Ooh, this is double-sided? Don't ask me where it came from. Lynn sent it to us. Okay. Bear with me. I have an idea. My creative brain is working here, y'all. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Local King Rubber Stamps is giving us 25% off only until the 14th. So this Dragonfly is also Local King Rubber Stamps. This one is called Dragonflies, and it's 5 stamps, and there is a die you can purchase separately. So I'm using the die to cut him out. My Gemini Junior. Look at that. You could just leave it like that. Okay, so this is the outline. I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm going to put my stamp in, and it kind of puzzle pieces in. And I'm going to close the door. Oh, rubber stamp. Got to take out the mouse pad thingy. Let's try that again. Now I'm going to put this back into place, and I'm going to use the Versamark again. And I'm going to use, for this one, I'm going to use Perfect Pearls just because I don't feel like mixing my Arteza right now. Perfect Pearls already have a binder in them. The Artezas don't, and I have to mix it with gum arabic. And I don't want to spray this with anything. So I'm grabbing Perfect Pearls because Perfect Pearls already have the binder. And I'm going to grab like an iridescent color here. blue raspberry. If this doesn't work, I will do the over vellum technique because the vellum does look cool because it gives it wings. So I can always do that too. I might do that anyway. Now, you can definitely use your Arteza micas for this, but you want to mix it with gum arabic before you do that. And I just for the sake of saving time, I didn't do that. Perfect Pearls already have a binder. So the only thing you got to do with Perfect Pearls is just spritz a little water on it when you're done. I think I am going to do the vellum on this because it does look cool with the wings. Let me just grab a piece of vellum. And I think we need two. Two is better than one, right? I know they say do odd numbers, but in this case, I think 2 with a sentiment would work great. Do I have enough room? We do have enough room. Let me grab some vellum quick. Where's my vellum? Turn the heat down. It's too hot in here. Turn the heat down to medium. Yeah. Turn the heat down to medium. Turn the heat down to medium. Okay. Found it. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to take this piece of vellum and cut 2 dragonflies out of this. And we'll try that whole thing again with the vellum. I think it'll look much better. Okay, 1, 2. Now I have, this is when it gets messy and I get frustrated because there's so much stuff on my desk. Okay, but this is where creativity flourishes. So I'm going to bring this back in as the outer portion of the die, just as my template. Okay, and then I can bring my dragonfly back in here. Then I can stamp the vellum, ink it up with Versamark. If I had lined that up correctly, looks pretty good. It's hard to see for you guys. Okay, move that aside. We do the same thing on this one. Now, vellum does take a while to dry, so this actually might be better off heat embossed. Let me see what kind of iridescent colors I have with heat embossing, because the vellum, it just takes a minute to dry, and I don't want to accidentally rub that perfect pearls and it come off. So I'm going to see what kind of embossing powders I have that might be able to give us the same effect. So hold on. These guys aside for a second. I'm really trying not to touch these guys. have some glittery ones. I don't know if these are going to work out okay or not. We're just going to have to try them. So this one is, again, Sparkle Sprinkle. This one is Moss Green. I just thought that green would look good against the blue. Okay, let's try this one first. I'm going to emboss the tail and then try to knock off some of that extra embossing powder because I didn't use my anti-static tool. And for this one, I definitely need to let my gun heat up for a minute. Oh, thanks, Nora. It's just washi tape, or, you know, yeah. That's pretty cool. You know what I should have used? I should have used the Ranger holographic one. Because that's too green. Let me do the... Uh-oh, I think I flipped this one over when I was blowing it around. Oop. Let's try the Ranger holographic one because that's a little too dark. I mean, worst case, I can always make another one. Come on. Noelle got her early Christmas present today that she ordered. The best markers ever. Okay, that looks a lot better. I think I like that better. So the dark green, it is very pretty, but it gets lost. Let me show you guys. Okay, so here is the foil card that I cut, and then I put the perfect pearls on it. And it is pretty, but it kind of gets lost. Like you lose some of that iridescence there. So then I thought about doing the wings And the green wings are pretty, but you lose a lot of that detail because this is, when you go glitter, it's not ultra fine embossing powder. So even though it's very pretty, when I put it on the blue, it's too dark. We lose it against the green, the leaf, okay? So I'm gonna change that. And this one I think looks the best. I'll put a little bit of glue in the center. Let me pop up his wings a little bit here. And I'll use that art glitter glue because the art glitter glue dries very quick. And I can layer that right on top. And it will dry clear. It'll be super strong. And we get some of that iridescence on the wings. We get the foil card underneath. I think that gives us a better representation. So I will make another set of wings for this guy. And of course, with vellum, you can curl it a little bit. Oops, don't do that. I just ripped his wing. I'll put a little glue on that. So I think 2 of these, and then a nice sentiment would be nice. Although there is a smaller set. Let me see here. There's a smaller one. Oh, here's one that's like crawling, but there's no die for him. I could just stamp him right on there. I can just stamp this guy. Hold on. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to do that dark blue again. Believe me, I've seen enough. There we go. Let me clean this off. The green's just going to blend in, so I want to do a dark blue. Just so it looks like there's one kind of like hiding on the leaf there. Maybe it's a little baby. We'll put this guy like right over here. And then we take a little bit of this. Just a little touch of that. Oh, Meg, that's a good idea, just to do the wings. That's a better idea. Yeah, you're right. Or cut those off. So, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. But let me bring these backgrounds in. Again, the backgrounds and the Dragonfly are from Local King Rubber Stamps. They have a special code just for us, for my subscribers. It's 25% off until the 14th. And the code is LKNSYT25. So Local King, Nancy Stamps, YouTube 25. And you can get these beautiful Dragonfly stamps with the beautiful slimline backgrounds. I'll bring them in so you guys can see them for those of you just joining us. I did kind of almost bring everything out of the closet here to use, but it was really fun creating all of this for you guys. So this is called Dragonflies from Local King Rubber Stamps. You get the large one, which has the matching die. Okay, and then there's one that's kind of the profile, side profile, a little bit smaller one. This little guy that says, "Smile, sunshine is good for your teeth." And then you have like a branch there if you wanted to have them flying onto the branch. And then the die. Put these away in here. And I'll show you guys the backgrounds are part of the new Slimline release background. I don't know why my comments are not scrolling. You guys have been talking for a long time and I was stuck on the same single comment. Okay, so what I will then do is attach this to a card base. At the very beginning, I showed you how you can cut the card base and the panel all out of one single sheet of paper. So that gives you an idea of how that goes. We'll put a nice little sentiment on there. Maybe I'll save this guy and put it on the inside. That's what I'll do. So I'll save him, put him on the inside. And we used today, very, very easy. Okay, this is the leaf veins background, and all I did was put some green pan pastels down and stamp that. Very easy to do. Leaf veins, and then the Dragonfly is called Dragonfly. So both of these are from Local King Rubber Stamps, 25% off until the 10th. The next one that I made a background. I think they're dry now. Let me see here. So here's another one that I stamped with different color greens. This one is called Static. Oops, I lost my little cover sheet. I believe this one's called Static. What did I do with it? There it is. It's all stuck together. Okay. Oh, it's called Spread. Sorry. This one is called Spread. And to me, it just looked like, you know, nerves and things like that. So I thought this would be cool. I did, again, the lighter pan pastels in the middle, the darker pan pastels on the outside. And then I went in with our Arteza micas and I did the color shift blue on there. And you can see in a certain light that those kind of nerves, veins, tree branches, tree roots, whatever you want to make this, have that color. So I think this looks great in any color you do, and just use your imagination on what this could be. Okay, so that one's called Spread. And then the last one we played with was the Coral Reef, which is this one here. And for the Coral Reef, we did bring in some accessories. We brought in the Lavinia Jalandar. So on this one, I just did different color pan pastel backgrounds. And again, stamped over it and then sprayed it to set it in place. And we brought in Jalandar, which you can now get from Lavinia World. Okay. And Lavinia World has the Lavinia stamps. But I did heat embossing and then colored that one in with some paint pens on the top and added some sequins. So a lot of fun. I had one that I made yesterday. This is also the leaf background, which I heat embossed, and then I did the eclipse method. Can you see the leaves there? I did the eclipse method with the giant thanks from Altenew, and you can get that. So I do have links for Altenew, for scrapbook.com, Arteza, and go check out Lavinia World, Local King Rubber Stamps. They're just companies that I like to support. And we do have a giveaway on our Facebook page. For the Local King Rubber Stamps, I have an extra background that I'm going to be giving away. There are 4 backgrounds, so I have an extra Coral Reef. I have an extra Spread. I have an extra Leaf. And I have the one we didn't play with today. Here we go. leaf veins. The one we didn't play with yet is Calm Combo, which maybe we can do this weekend. But this one has the orchids and the butterflies on that one, as well as the outline die and the embossing die, the interior die. That one is all one stamp, but we'll play with this one maybe over the weekend or next week. But join our group. It's Foiling Snobs Club on Facebook. And if you have any Local King rubber stamps, I want to see your creations in the group so you can try to win one of these stamps. And if you don't have any Local King rubber stamps, you can head on over to their webpage and save 25% with the code LKNSYT25. So Local King, Nancy Stamps, YouTube, 25, LKNSYT25 will save you 25% at Local King rubber stamps. Lots of beautiful stamps. They do ship from Canada, but I can tell you guys they're definitely worth it. I have a ton of them. If you are catching this on the replay, I will link everything down in the comments for you. If you have any questions, post them down below. If you had fun watching along, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. We are not that far from 18,000 subscribers. I could not do this without you guys' support. I have tons of giveaways I'm going to be doing in the next 2 weeks. Every time you guys use an affiliate link, the money goes back into you guys. So I use that affiliate link to purchase products. I use it for postage. I use it for giveaways. But I give everything back to you guys. And if you've ever won any of my prize packages, hopefully you have not been disappointed. Some of you guys do send donations, and we always appreciate your donations. Sometimes I know we unfortunately buy doubles, or maybe you try something out and you're not sure if you like it or not. I can tell you a quick story is 2 of you guys sent me the Korean markers. I love them so much that I bought a larger set of Korean markers. I sent half of those Korean markers to Tracy. I sent half of them to Noelle. Noelle has now purchased Korean markers, and she's going to be giving away the doubles that she has. So, you know, when you guys share, it goes back. I love to be reciprocating to you guys. Those of you guys who are just starting out foiling, I've sent many of you guys some foils to try out, but anything that you guys have questions about, anything you want me to try, just shoot me an email at Foiling Snobs Club. I obviously do a lot with foiling with the Gemini foil press, the Spellbinders Glimmer machine, but I don't normally go into too much detail like this in my stamps because I think you guys like the shorter videos, but I had a lot of fun, with you guys, and these were just so beautiful. I couldn't pass up the opportunity to show you how easy they are to make something beautiful. And we want to thank Lisa at Local King Rubber Stamps for supporting us not only during Stamp Wars, but also sending us those extra stamps so we can share with you guys. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night. Don't forget the thumbs up on your way out, and be kind and have a wonderful weekend, guys. Bye.